Hey everyone, welcome back, and today we are going to be looking at the SH Monster Arts Godzilla Minus Color. This retails for about $144.99 on the Big Bad Toy Store, but the promo images are always deceiving, so let's take a look at it in hand. Now, Godzilla did turn 70 this year, so happy birthday, Godzilla. And I am super big Godzilla fan. I do have a lot of the SH Monster Arts figures, so this one is great to have in the collection. And the box for this one is in a different style than the other ones. They are following suit with most of their other releases with the photos on the back and some of the details about the figure on the back of the packaging as well, and some of the beautiful promo pictures on the side of the box. I really love how they did this release. It has like an old newspaper type feel to the packaging, but if you think the box is beautiful, just wait till you see this figure. It is absolutely stunning, and I can't wait to unbox it. At least from the promo images I've seen, it looks amazing, but we won't know until we get this thing open. And this style of packaging is very, very common with the SH Monster Arts line. Most of the other figures are packaged this way, so there's nothing too special about that, but look at this figure. Look how beautiful and detailed it looks from the top of the head to the tips of the toes. You can really tell that they put a lot of effort into designing this specific figure, and who wouldn't? This movie won an Oscar for best visuals, and I'd expect nothing less from the figure itself. And they have some nice detailing, like the grayscale on the face and the eyes. Mine are a little bit crooked, but I can't blame them, because some of my other SH Monster Arts eyes are crazy, and the spikes on the back are a little bit flexible. They do feel brittle a little bit, but they will not cut you. I can't tell you how many times I've cut myself handling some of my other SH Monster Arts figures, so this one is a nice step up. So, let's take a look at some of the articulation. I always start with the tail, because that is going to have the most points of articulation in it, because each one of those segments is on a ball joint. So they always give you this nice S-curve here, and they do pop off pretty easily. Bandai has been having a few issues with their ball joints popping off very easily, but some of these are my fault. I do pull a little too hard, because they are still kind of stiff. I should try to warm those up, but I'm kind of lazy when I get a new figure. I just want to articulate it and mess around with it. And the leg range on this figure is insane. It can do a full 180 around the body on both sides of the figure. It has a great range of movement. The arms can also do a full 180, which is really nice to see. Some of my other SH Monster Arts figures cannot do that, so it is a great thing to see on this particular release. The elbows are a bit lacking, but there is a nice thigh swivel there to make up for the lack of articulation in the arms. It can crunch back about that far, crunch forward about that far, which is pretty standard for most of the Godzilla figures. Its mouth can open and its tongue is articulated. It can bend fully forward that, and the head does pop off pretty easily if you try to point it up. I will go over that in a second. Now, let's take a look at these knee joints. These ones are pretty standard. They don't move a whole lot, but there is a nice range of movement there to give you that walking pose. And these toes, I am so shocked that they gave the feet articulation. The toes have a nice bend to them, up and down, and same thing goes for the other foot. And I just can't get over how good this figure looks out of the packaging. And this is what I was talking about here. The joints are specific for the head, the neck, to make it seamless, and I feel like that's where it holds this figure back. And that's not to say this figure can't articulate well. This figure articulates beautifully. with its swimming poses, its tail curves. It looks natural and intimidating on the shelf. That being said, let's take a look at some accessories. This figure does not come with any accessories, and you'd think for almost $150 that it would come with some, but it doesn't. I feel that really holds this figure back from being absolutely amazing, but I don't know, what are your thoughts? This is the part I've been waiting for, the size comparison. Here he is next to Kiryu, Godzilla 1989, Godzilla 1954, Godzilla 2001, and Godzilla I don't know which one this is, Godzilla 2001 or GMK Godzilla, Godzilla 2000 Millennium Special Color Version, Godzilla 2019, and Shin Godzilla, my largest SH Monster Arts. He looks beautiful on the shelf, lined up to all the other ones, and I am happy to have him in my collection. But let's get to the final verdict. Was this figure worth the $150 I paid for it? I'm gonna have to say yes and no. If you want a Godzilla Minus One fully articulated figure in your collection, definitely pick this guy up. But if you don't have the money for one of these, just wait for Haya Toys to make one. It was a lot of money and it doesn't come with any accessories, so that's something to keep in mind. So I'm gonna say it was worth it for me, but it may not be worth it for you. As always, thank you for watching. I'm Trippy Figures. I hope you enjoyed the review, and I will catch you all next time.